I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich. Hello everyone, welcome to another, what is this called? Oh yes, Cthulhu and Friend Show thing. Yes, on Whisky Live, thank you. Yes, he's right. On the Whisky Live channel, joining me to do something, we had not intended to do this, but, well, we can't resist. We like the attention.
You can't say no to a pair of
21-year-olds. Considering how old we are, yes. It's almost like it's a gift horse in the mouth. And it certainly will be in our mouth.
I mean, that one's fairly voluptuous.
It's got the curves.
Yeah.
The other one's a bit flat, a bit more like you, really, isn't it? Tall and thin. The other one's a bit more stocky, a bit like me.
Yeah, broad shoulders.
Yeah, it's a bit shorter, which, I mean, height disparity is a bit obvious, though, as opposed to us, where it's your quiff. Yeah. Hello, everyone, anyway. Hope you're all well. We are going to be doing a Singleton 21 and Jura 21 Tide and Time, as it's called, and I think 21 for Singleton's called Harmony? Trinity Harmony?
Trinity Cask Harmony.
Trinity Cask Harmony, which we will, of course, do a bit more investigating into. During the stream, we thought we'd do that. It was a suggestion from Mr. Dave Bay, in fact. Is Dave Bay okay today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you looking forward to this?
Yeah.
Are we only doing those two, yes?
Well,
do I need to go up to my cabin?
Aware.
I don't need to go up to the cabin and get the Singleton 18, do I?
No.
You don't want to open the Macallan or the Singleton 15 cast strength or the Maker's Mark cast strength or... I know, the Head Club.
Well, we'll certainly do them too.
We'll see how we feel afterwards.
We'll see how we feel afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Would you like to grab one to just look at it and talk us about it, perhaps? Tell us all about the bottle?
Go for the nearest one.
Yeah, the nearest one to him is called Jura 21 Tide and Time. Jura is an island whiskey.
Do we have photos?
No, I removed it. I didn't put... Okay, I will... It's on the thumbnail, basically. If you didn't see the thumbnail, I will go and get it. I'll put it on the screen, in fact. Image. Where did I save things? I'm trying to remember where I put it. Actually, I'll do it in a minute. We'll do it in a minute. It's fine.
Boomerang intensifier.
Yeah, don't. I'll remember eventually.
So this has a double-leaved magnified...
Ah, here it is. Got it. Right, right. So this thumbnail's going to stay for a minute. The right image is the one we're talking about. Carry on.
So it's got a double-levered magnetized? Yes, magnetized box. It opens from right to left, and then inside from left to right.
I thought it was wood. When I saw the picture,
made to look like wood, isn't it?
So that was something
be better if it was wood.
Yeah, that's what drew me to it initially, but also the fact Jura. We have a good history with Jura. We've never really gotten royally wrecked on it, but we've always had a nice drink with it. And this is a huge. What's that?
It says tap the island to discover more.
I discovered nothing. Basically, it's a QR code shaped like an island.
Shaped like the Isle of Jura, in fact.
Yes, which is why it's an island and not an islet, which it used to be an islet.
Yes.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I've still got it on the bottle as an islet from the Superstition? Prophecy?
Yes,
one of those two?
So. It's got bits of text in all different places on the box, so it's going to be fun to try and read through.
Most people talk about the four main regions of Scottish whisky. They are Highland, Lowland, Islay, and Speyside. Fun fact, though, all Speysides can be considered the Highlands, since they're actually a part of the Highland regions. But...
Don't forget the good old Campbelltown.
Yes, well, that's where I'm about to add in the two additional ones. Campbelltown is actually quite a small region in the west of Scotland. very small. There are actually very few, Glen Scotia being the more notable, distilleries in the Campbelltown region. Ireland was where, I had this issue. Right, he'll explain that. Okay, the fumbling you might have heard is Dave getting the bottle out. It's actually quite hard to get out. So the Ireland and Islay thing was quite strange to us because they're kind of the same, but not. And that's where like some of our favourites, Talisker and Jura, are Isleys originally, but now islands. But then you got Lefroy as well, which is an Islay, isn't it? Yeah, Bunnahabhain, Islay.
And when we say islands, we mean ISL, not IRE.
Yeah, otherwise this would be called whisky.
Yes.
These are Scotch whisky. KY jelly at the end, not KEY jelly at the end. So Dave was struggling to get the bottle up because it has two little divots in the side of the neck of the bottle to get the bottle out of the box. It is clamped in there tight, isn't it?
It is, yes.
It's a satin finish bottle, which is, I think, absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely cool, yes.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
So it gives it a frosted appearance, which is very cool.
It does. I bought these. So I bought, as we would know from yesterday, if you watched yesterday's stream, thank you for those who have. I bought a few bottles of swag. This one and the Singleton were from money I had left over from cleaning work in December. And I thought, well, why not do a madness? I decided that even though the Macallan A Night on Earth was cheaper than the Highland and the Jack Daniels, cheaper, in fact, I would make that the January treat because it was the most ostentatious.
It is pretty ostentatious. For those who were here yesterday, you'll have seen the picture. For those not, well...
Well, I could get a picture of that, actually.
Maybe go back and rewatch yesterday's stream.
Yeah, rewatch yesterday's stream.
Homework.
We need,
you have to rewatch yesterday's
we need the views. Please. Hello, by the way, to Monster Dumpling, Blue Collar Beauty, Cat Fair, and Nathan. You are not late in the slightest, but 7 minutes, fam. Get good. Oh, you've taken it. I
thought I'd peel.
Oh, you peeled. Dave, right, so before we do that...
It also has a very nice gold label.
It's very bronze, isn't it?
Well, I think, actually it's probably, brassy.
Well, perhaps instead of that, before we do the opening, because I think that's important. I'll let you open that one, by the way, when we do. Okay. Read. I'd like to read from this first, okay? Okay, so I'll leave
Story time with Meg.
Okay, right. Let's go to the back. Let's see what's on the back. We have... Okay. Jura single malt whiskey, aged 21 years. By the way, when this was bottled in 2021, meaning 21 years ago... well, hang on.
This was a 2000, a whiskey from the millennium.
I was 14 at that point. Actually, on that date, at that point, I had a pager. My dad had sent me a Happy New Year on it, and I'd lost my pager. No, I deleted the message.
I was 12.
I deleted the message by accident, and I pounced on the staircase at my aunt's. My mum was drunk. It was hilarious. So, it says here on the back, eroded by tide and shaped by time. In the vast wilderness of our island home, it's easy to lose track of time. But if you stop a moment in that beautiful wilderness and listen to the silence, the only sound to be heard soon helps you find it once more. The tide. Like the whiskey in our casks, it's an irresistible reminder of time's power. This sounds vastly more like prophetic than it actually is. Welcome to Jura, a few miles off the west coast of Scotland. You'll find our island remote, sometimes wild, yet always beautiful. I'd like to go to Jura's distillery one day. Home to 200 islanders. One road, one pub, one distillery. I wonder what they serve there. Since 1810, this unique island... I wouldn't be surprised with this, right? If they say here they've only got one pub, one distillery, if there's no schools. Since 1810, this unique island malt has been our greatest endeavour and our greatest reward. Its creation, the heart of an unbreakable bond between our island, our people, and our whiskey. Isn't Jura one of the oldest?
Yes, they are quite old.
Okay, so it is matured in white oak ex-bourbon barrels and enhanced by hand-selected virgin American oak casks. So in the case of the virgin American oak cask, that means first fill, doesn't it? That is a first fill barrel. That means it has not been used before, which means you're getting it is a whiskey. Skog, hi. Hello, Gan.
Skog.
How you doing, Skog? It's a whiskey definitely old enough to drink in America. So we're actually drinking legal age Scotch today, and it is certainly the price guarantee. Yeah.
Yes.
Although, what fascinates me, and this is an interesting point, Singleton 18 is like £65. Yeah, there's a huge price jump between that and the 21. Huge.
3 years, about 150 quid.
Yeah. Okay. The
£50 a year.
Yeah. So it says here it is sweet and smoky. As I like sweet and both of us like smoky, that's a good start. From 21 years, long years of maturation, first in American white oak ex-bourbon barrels and further finessed, like FIFA football scoring.
Yeah, RB.
Yeah, and then curve it on the joystick with a spicy character from hand-selected oak casks. The result entices the senses, offering a lively fusion of lemon cake, ginger, and creamy caramel. Hidden treasures are revealed on the palate, beginning with macaroon, allspice, and gingerbread, before giving way to frangipane. I don't know what that tastes like.
I think almondy.
Well, that actually ties into marzipan next, and white chocolate. That sweetness I'm already okay with. The satin wood honey gold malt finishes with lemon curd and a whisper of smoked coconut. A revelation of pure delight awaits with every drop that washes over your palate.
This has been Meg's TED Talk. This has been Meg's TED Talk.
He hasn't even had to.
Started drinking
Yeah, he hasn't started drinking yet. He's done that. Very good.
Sorry,
Well, would David like to get close to the microphone and pop? Oh, hang on. Do you take that bit off first? All right.
Place it gently.
Oh, I like the top on that.
Yes, Till. It's very exciting, isn't it?
She wants out, doesn't she?
That's what I'm thinking.
Let her out.
Come on, don't
Of course, the cat did this yesterday to us. Hello, Miss Sparkles. Hope you're well. I like that. Yesterday, Tilly did that, and then she wanted to stay here, and then she wanted to leave. That cork top. Do you want to tell them what you see on the cork there, by the way?
So the cork top is a light wood.
It
is actually wood, I believe.
It has a
plasticized wood, anyway.
Well, it has a nice embossing on it, doesn't it?
It is actually like laser engraved with the Isle of Jura logo and an island, and it's Jura across the island.
It's the island Jura.
So it is actually laser engraved into the top.
That's beautiful. Okay, pop away. Oh. That's very nice. Okay, that smells all right. Very well, David. You can do the pouring. Do you want the jig or do you want to pour?
We've had a jig, haven't we?
Very well.
We don't want to go too mad on the extravagance.
Oh, of course. I'll move. Actually, I can move this one out of the way now until he's not here. We'll just do that. Very good. Okay. Jig away, David. Yes. Bit more. Oh, yeah. But
Dark.
that is actually a very dark scotch. Yeah, you're right. I'll put the cap on that one. This should be interesting. It's going to get the smell out and... Yes. Oh. Ooh. Bosh. Oh, don't break these glasses. I'll give him a little swill. Say hello. For those who don't understand, the colour of the whiskey is very dark brown, but in a good sense, as opposed to the pub is right across the road from the distillery too. Oh, good. So delivery is a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
No late shipments then.
Yeah, no late shipments at all. First impressions of what you're seeing, Mr. David.
I like it.
Oh, it's a Jura, of course you do.
Yes.
Miss Sparkles, I think you're the bestest and the cute. Oh God. I wish I could give you more, but I'm a broke hoe. You deserve more. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for the incredible generosity. We really appreciate it as it helps us with our alcoholism. How's the whiskey going? That darn Irish man.
We don't know
we
yet.
Just poured. We haven't. They're currently under. They're in nosing glasses.
Under lid.
Under a cap. Yes, they have glass caps on top. But yes, thank you for the donation. We really appreciate that, and it helps us fuel our livers and exacerbate our endocrine systems. Give it a little stir, because someone's put a comment on our sherry cask tasting session. That should be enough, shouldn't it? Should we have a little sniff?
What is it supposed to smell like again?
I'll tell you. On the nose, what does it say? Well, you can always pull up your phone and find out.
Could be, you have the box.
Senses offering a lively... fusion of lemon cake, ginger, and caramel. I don't know if that's the nose or the palate. Whereas on the Macallan, it has it all written out. This one doesn't have it explicitly stating what's on the nose.
That is lively nose.
That is very vibrant. That is quite... it's a Jura.
Yes.
That is such...
There's a distinct Jura-ness to it.
I don't know how to describe it.
Also,
it's just... To me, it smells like an Islay. But not.
There's no smoke on it.
No, I think I get the impression that's a flavour thing. because we've got. I don't know where the smell. It doesn't actually. I think I have to pull it up on my phone. I'll while David talks to you, I'm going to go and get the tasting notes. As he says nothing.
So yeah, well, I was sniffing. My apologies. I was just getting my nose into the tasting glass. It's a challenge. No, it does smell like the quintessential, like recognizable Jura.
Yeah.
But there's definitely layering to it.
Okay.
Which is obviously suggestive of the age. There's some depth there.
Okay. Let's have a little smell. I've got the tasting notes from Master of Malt.
There is a woodiness, which is probably that virgin oak cask.
There's two things on here that I recognise now I see them. But it's not what you think.
Because there's like a pear droppiness to it. I often say that with whiskey.
You do actually, yeah. Let's see. Arrived at the perfect. You did. Haven't had a Jura in years. Yeah, I haven't for a while. So I went with Jura 21. I thought, you know what? I like Jura. So let's go in at the deep end.
It went big and then brought it home.
And it's now been opened, which means there's no go backsies.
No.
I'm getting 3 of them based on what I'm seeing. Would you like to know what it says?
Go on.
Nose, gingerbread, buttery caramel digestive biscuits, tropical fruit, namely banana. I don't get the banana. The spice I get, so gingerbread is quite a definite.
Yeah.
There's a smoothness. It had to be caramel. I never would have thought buttery caramel digestive because there is no such thing as that.
No.
But I'd say buttery and caramel. There's a creaminess.
If you know of a buttery caramel digestive, please send us links.
There's definitely a smoothness to it that you can smell. But it smells like a Jura as well, so a slightly peaty sort of thing.
See, I wasn't really getting any peaty. I got like the...
Perhaps smoke, I'm confusing them.
Like, I thought the wood was maybe the...
I might be one getting the smoke, but there's no charry aspect to it. Okay, well let's I'll put that down. I won't look at it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the 21 seconds we're going to have to do.
Right, folks, if you can start counting from 1, that'd be great. 3, 2, 1. That was long. That was a long finish.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about the silence there and the countdown
Don't worry,
humming.
yes, we haven't muted the mic accidentally. We are just doing the whistle
Okay,
count.
so I'm not gonna look at this. So yesterday when we did the sherry finishes, every time I didn't notice it.
Thank you, Yippee.
Thank you. There was a flavour and there was sort of something there that I didn't realise what it was. And every time it was bloody chocolate. This is sweet. It definitely is chocolate.
Yeah.
And that's on the box as well.
The chocolate.
It's definitely white. Wouldn't have said white chocolate. It's not sweet enough for me. But I'm a chocoholic.
Yeah.
But well, you are too actually.
Yeah.
But
I had less issue with it going down than you did though, which is interesting.
I think it's because it burnt my tongue a little. So there was, in the sense of it sat there too long.
Well, something had to at one point this week.
You know what I mean? Like it sat there too long, and it's sort of that spice part, which I think there is a spice if it's on there. Let's find out.
The ginger again. Yeah, I would say the chocolate. I think I would say.
Actually, I kind of. Yeah, okay. Melted white chocolate, toasted walnut, sugared almonds. That might be the frangipane. Ginger snap biscuits and marzipan.
Yeah.
The ginger snap I would get because the slight warmth on the tongue. The marzipan, I should just say ginger these days instead of saying it burns. It's just easier to say that.
Does it burn? Ginger.
Yeah.
It's bloody gingers.
I'd say the finish is spicy, but not too spicy.
No.
But to me, it's got a bit of warmth to it, so I'd be inclined to lean towards peppers.
It's quite delicate finish though. It lasts, but it's not a heavy hit.
How do you not recognise chocolate, Meg? I didn't recognise it yesterday. Today, because I knew I recognised that. I knew what it was. Thank you, Yempy, for saying that, by the way. I appreciate that. Tempe counts faster than me. Tempe finishes faster too. Oh, that's nice. As a drink, though, it's not a drink. It's a sipping thing.
The marzipan comes out more on a sip than a whole.
Yeah, when I did a drink bit, more of the ginger.
Nuttiness.
When you do just a drink, more of the ginger comes out.
Yeah, see, I'm picking up more of the nuttiness.
I think I like, yeah. I think I'm just. Hello, Kat. Based on the description, it sounds absolutely. It is actually.
It's very good.
I'd say for Jura, that is definitely their coup de grace from what I've had.
Yeah.
I've got a few Juras. I think Dave's got a few as well.
Well, yeah, I've got Superstition
You got
Journey 10.
You got the winter.
And the Winter's Gold. Did I get the red one?
No, winter edition or winter's
did you
gold.
have, the
Winter's
red
gold's
wine?
Delwynny.
Yeah, that one.
I don't have the red one. No, I've got the rum cask,
Oh,
the Journey 10,
rum, yeah.
and the American Rye,
Yeah.
and
So
the
I have-
Prophecy or
You have
Superstition.
Prophecy as well. You
Yeah.
have Prophecy, I have Superstition.
Yeah, we
'cause
got-
your Superstition was the old birthday whiskey we established.
Yeah, because
Oh, that's
you'd
cool.
you got yours after me, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got mine once you finished yours.
I got half bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, we both joined the Jura Club though because of
Yes,
it.
we did.
'Cause I've still got the badge up there somewhere.
Mine's at my
I've got a
parents'.
cork board. It's on that wall there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. As far as Jura, like we do like Jura, it's just we don't go to it very often. So when we last went to the whiskey shop in September,
Don't
I
lie,
s-
Yempi. You get touched so rarely, it just happens.
it's you know what it is. It's when it happens, it's. If he's in Scrubs and you recognise that sound, fantastic. Is winter nice? Having yeah, it's got a sherry finish, isn't it? And yes, it is nice. I know that it's not, as a sherry finish goes, it's not one of the best ones, but it's good for Jura. I would say it's got a nice sweetness, but it's not too sweet. Yeah, I think that is so. When I saw it in their shop, I was like, right, that and Glenfiddich 21. Immediately then they were put on my list of potentials for January, because that's when I went in there and I bought the Bunnahaven Tok Akagar, I just, I wanted to make sure if I did in January buy some treats, I did what I dubbed a madness, which I've done exceptionally well actually. But we won't be doing this again for a long time because my computer is coming. The
12
upgrades.
months to be precise.
Well, yeah, exactly. I don't intend to be honest, I don't intend to do this again then either. One or maybe two, but not more
See
than
what
that.
bonus I get. If I get a similar bonus, maybe I can go a bit more next time.
Player. I have a bigger sip now.
Yeah, I had other things to spend the money on this year.
It's the Velvetizer.
Yeah, I may have accidentally spent lots of money on chocolate.
Fam. You're talking to someone who's okay with this.
Yeah.
I'm Meg. I'm a chocoholic. Are you Dave?
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm
Are
a
you?
chocoholic.
Oh, well, let's have a sip of that.
I'm a hot chocoholic.
Yeah.
A hot chocoholic.
A hot chocoholic. A hot chocoholic. You fumbled. All right.
I got self-conscious about saying I was hot.
It just sort of stopped at hot
Yeah.
because he's.
I have a very svelte figure. So.
It's very Singleton.
It is indeed, yes.
When I put the thumbnail back on the screen, you'll understand. Hello, Ola. Hope you're well. Don't forget everyone to smash the like. We appreciate it here. It helps us on this channel. I'm taking my time on this one because it
Smash
is.
like, follow, hit the notification bell. All
Yeah,
of
please.
those things.
Yes, of course. Because we do these whenever Dave's here, and we're doing two now because it's Dave's idea actually to do the second. It's a banging idea.
We may get, depending on how things play, we may get one more in, maybe.
If we do, I can only think of one that we can do it with.
But we're going to do the non-age statements, weren't we?
Yeah. Hi.
Dalmore, Penderyn, McAllen. Yeah.
Dalmore and McCullen on their own is enough, really, isn't
Yeah.
it? Fam.
I've realised actually, due to the magic of Facebook memories,
Yeah.
I've had the Penderyn Cherrywood because I had a sample of it at one point many years ago.
See, I think you used Facebook memories to tell me about the superstition. Well, fun fact is, I have a Discord server where I keep tab of certain things. Right here, the vault.
Yes.
And we have here, ignore that, this. I put all the birthday whiskies here.
Yeah.
Just I've got a few gaps. 28 is a gap. 30 and 31 are a gap. And then we're fine afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are, but I remember these ones because, some are gone. They're dead. Deceased. Effed. Completely gone. Done didded. The ones that are gone are well, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to... Yesterday when I was in Dave's car, Dave and I had a little conversation about something. And Dave couldn't resist to make a rather interesting interracial joke when referring to Johnny Walker Black. Because I got sent for Christmas a bottle of, a litre of Johnny Walker Red. Thing is, Dave has a few as well. I don't really drink it. Because it's a mixer to me.
They're the sort of bottle that we get, we put somewhere, and periodically go, oh yeah, I've got like 4 bottles of that.
I have a bottle...
And then do nothing with it, and then 2 years later we get some more, and we're like, oh, I've got another bottle of that.
Yeah, I've got a litre and a half essentially, because I've got a 70cl in my tin, in the collectible tin.
Yes, you have.
We used it for whiskey sours over the summer. I don't really, though, drink mixers, because I can't be
You
asked.
prefer the tin to the bottle.
Yeah.
You
The tin-
basically got it for the tin.
Yeah, to be fair, I did, because I got the black in a tin, but the black's
Yeah.
empty. And then Dave said, next time a friend of the family decides to buy you a bottle, just say to him, once you go black, you never go back. And I was like, so how are we going to explain double black to him? And he's like, eventually it became me saying something akin to, well, it's double the goodness or something. Are you really going to want to take a step back at that point? You know, there's never such a thing as too much black. You know, and based on our history, there may well be a point to this. It may well be a point. But yes, when it comes to Johnny Walker, if you need to know which one's the one to get to just drink, once you go black, you never go back.
T-shirts coming soon.
If I remember correctly, he had another bloody catchphrase for that as well. It'd just be your Judge whiskey bottle on it with the catchphrase written above and below it. Whiskey budget was stretched too much recently. To be fair, my budget was quite high because I'd put money aside from my birthday and from January from some cash in hand work I did. So I got to go ham, but I went ham in a way that I'm not going to repeat it this year because I don't want to buy any more right now anyway. I've kind of, it's like when you do something too much, you don't want any more.
That's different.
No?
I took a very small sip and just kind of pushed it up to the top of my mouth.
Okay.
I got a lot more of the ginger that way. I used my tongue to push it into the top of my mouth.
I get more marzipan.
That's weird. It's like our mouths are upside down.
It might be that I'm pushing it the wrong way because it touched more the front of my tongue this time.
Yeah, that's what I did. I got it on the front and I pushed it up.
Yeah, but this time I've got nice nuttiness going on here.
See, I've had the nuttiness and I've now started to get ginger.
Would you like to know, chat, how much the Jura Tide Time cost?
We should do a poll, see if I can
Oh, you know what, actually, yes. Let's do. Oh god, it feels like
use of viewer interaction.
It feels like such a dick move as well. All right, I'll do it. Then.
Don't do exact. Just do like less than 50, less than 100,
yeah.
less than 100, like that sort of thing. Do it fairly non-specific.
Yeah.
But let's make use of the viewer interaction. The MP, no googling, because I know what you're like. You'll ruin it.
Less than 75, more than 75. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Do it. How many options can you do?
Well, it might be an idea instead to do. Okay, less than that. Less than that. Yeah. How about that? I'll do one more.
Over 400.
No, that. All right. Do a poll.
I like the fact they've just answered yes.
Yeah.
Yes is how much it costs. You're right.
Thing is, of the two you see there, the other one, they were both the same ish. But there is, I think I got, obviously because I couldn't, probably should have just gotten the Talisker 18 just because. But then I needed the jug. I really did. Okay.
Wow, you people know nothing of whiskey.
3 votes. It's fine. Plenty of time to change. Don't spoil it. We've got 13 people watching. I'm sure the numbers will change. For the sake of it, for under 100, you could probably get a Jura 18. Just so you know. Yeah, it's about £98, I believe, on the Master Whiskey Shop, I think. Because again, when I was getting that and I couldn't get what I wanted, Jura 18 was going to take its place instead of the Bushmill 16 and the Angel's Envy. But then I just saw the Angel's Envy on its own, and I'm like,
yeah, but I'd happen to that one. You're like, yes, that one.
I honestly was going to get the 2003 or 2007 Dalmore, and then I saw the Angel's Envy again, and I was like, right, well, I can't afford the Talisker. Fuck it, I'm having that. Yeah. I'll get the Bushmills because I love Bushmills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Leona.
How you doing? It's all good, Leona. I hope you travel safe, and I hope you're getting some food and resting well.
Sorry, I feel I was doing it properly. Oh, hello, Leona.
Right. So I'm going to carry on. Have you got any left in yours? Yeah. No. All right. I'll have a little bit more, and then we'll finish. Yeah.
Are we finishing together, or are we?
Tell you what, there is a bit more. Like the more I have, the more sweeter it gets. It's ridiculously nice, though, isn't it? Like that is I would love to do a test with two island, like compare that to.
Oh, she's broken.
I'd like to compare that to one of our other best. Hello, Michael. Hope
Shall
you're well.
I compare thee to a summer's day?
I mean, I was trying to finish the sentence every time, so yeah. I mean, get another island whiskey we have, but the best one, and compare it to that.
Talisker, come hither.
So just the 10 then. But the thing is, that's a drinker.
Yeah.
It'd be a very interesting content.
We'd have like 4 of them and be like, what were we doing again?
Yeah, the bottle Jura would be like that, and be like the Talisker would be half empty. Be like, should we start sending inappropriate messages to the owner again? Food can be had later as I'm tired. That's fair. That's fair. F in the chat, please, for Wildling Darling. We'd appreciate that. Thank you. Right, so I'm going to end the poll on 10 votes. The reason why is because 70% of you are wrong. It actually cost £153. It is a treat. I promise I don't own many bottles that cost that much. In fact, it is the most expensive bottle in my collection. By £3.
Yeah, because the fire was like 149 or so. Was
147.
147.
Yeah. The Jack Daniel's Snatch Select was 144. The Cullen was 120, which I still think it's a steal. Okay, well, I will finish. Oh, I'm way behind you. Very well. I'm going to do the.
Dave has been meg sipping and Dave has finished.
Yes, well, I was doing less sips because I was talking.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm going to do the one thing I have to do. I know, but it's not a full one.
Oh, I feel like that's sacrilege.
It's not a shot though, is it?
Let's have another sip first.
Oh, fine.
Have a Dave sip first, then do it. Okay, you might have had too much of a Dave sip.
Better?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. One after one prayer. I agree, it is. Okay, that's actually... It's getting nicer, though. The annoying thing is, I did say, one of these bottles, either the Bushmill 16, the Angel's Envy, that, one of them is getting finished. It has to be finished, like, on a week when you're here.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I want it to be yet. Because I want to finish it, you know?
Well, that one is definitely drinkable.
Oh, yes. That will definitely be a stream thing. We'll see how the Singleton goes. Right, I'll finish this now.
I think the next week is likely to be probably like May or something, aren't you?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That might be able to do a weekend here and there. But...
Well, we'll do it when we can do a proper, like, session, you know?
Yeah. They're coming up rather than me coming down.
No, I fully get that. It's all good, my friend.
Everyone's coming up. Because other sister, her friend's daughter, and that are apparently all coming up. I don't know how they're all going to fit in my flat. It's going to be an interesting challenge.
Sounds like a you problem.
They'll literally all be on the floor.
Okay. Did you tell Dave about Proper 12 Apple? I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was intrigued.
Okay. Would you like to put the Jura away when you finish? I'll take your glass.
Well, I don't know about like to. I mean, I suppose
take
I can.
the foil as well, please, and the box.
That's the top.
It's on next to front of the Jura.
Yeah.
I'll take that as well then.
No, I meant the toppy bit of the Jura, but
Oh, you should have it with you, shouldn't
it's
you?
on the cork already.
Oh, you put it back.
on.
So you're responsible. That's yours, and that will be mine.
They are good whiskey.
Yes,
okay.
David's putting the Jura away. We may well have another glass at some point. Highly recommended, because both of us, well, to be honest, whenever an expensive whiskey is put in front of Dave, I can guarantee one thing. He will drink more of it than me.
That's because I don't have to open it.
Cough, cough, Jameson's 18, cough, cough, Highland Park Fire.
To be fair to with the Jamesons, you offered it. You chose not to have one yourself. It's the only time it's ever been drunk.
I'm just hearing excuses, right? Okay, I'm just hearing excuses. Okay, so next on the agenda is Singleton 21. This, to me, goes in a collection, because I have a collection of Singleton whiskies.
We would do if we weren't about to open it.
I'm a big fan of Singleton. I think as far as Dufftown and Speyside, it's one of the betters. They don't have a dedicated sherry finish one, if you noticed. I don't think they do. The 18 might. I don't think they do, though. This box is different. This is wood as well.
Hang on.
Triple cast.
Would you like me to read?
I mean, I have read this.
Slightly contradict your statement.
Well, no. They have the standard line, that is.
Yeah.
Go on then. Read the back. Read the back. ASMR time, everyone.
This 21-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey. I'm not going to keep doing that voice.
No, please don't.
Amplifies the Singleton's signature richness in a harmony of rich fruits and silky toffee notes forged by our Trinity Harmony philosophy.
So, before you carry on, there is the Singleton generally is incredibly smooth. And when I did a taste test for Dave for a stream here, that smoothness, I think, did not help him.
No, because they were all so smooth, I couldn't work them out.
Yeah. Carry on.
3 different cask styles have been united to create a single malt even greater than the sum of its parts. Oh god, there's maths involved. I don't like it already. Oh, who goes better? Maureen and her team painstakingly Who is this Maureen?
I don't know. Should I kiss her?
Painstakingly hand-selected and harmonised slow
Thanks for being here, Miss Sparkles.
From Pedro Jimenez Oloroso seasoned casks, sherry.
Yep. Carry on.
And refill ex-bourbon casks.
Most are refill bourbon.
Which is
bourbon.
true.
They're mostly bourbon casks, aren't they?
Yeah, which have been resting in our private reserve for over 2 decades. They're masterfully marrying the final liquid in European oak casks.
Oh.
The richness of these whiskies was given greater depth as layers of flavour enhanced by this third expertly chosen cask.
Oh.
Those of you in chat, please look to observe the meltdown that will be occurring.
In 3, 2, 1.
And delay.
Yeah.
This deliciously rich harmony is full of bramble fruits.
Ooh.
The aroma sings with sweet sherry-soaked peaches, which contrast with sharp interludes of fresh ginger. Finally, notes of treacle toffee and burnt orange become beautifully balanced on the palate. It is a labour of love celebrating different whisky characters transformed by aging and oak, then skillfully unified in a symphony for the senses unlike any other. I won't really want to know how much love Maureen has put into this.
I'm kind of worried she might have violated it. Okay, so Singleton 21 tasting notes, malt review maybe. The annoying thing is, Master Malt didn't have tasting notes for it.
Whiskey Exchange maybe.
I've got. I don't know. I don't know how to use it. I don't have the. Oh, I've got Whiskey World maybe.
That might be a price site. That might not have.
Description.
Did I just say 700 and...
179.
Oh, I was going to say, Jesus Christ.
That's not how much I paid, I promise. I'm not getting tasting notes, I'm afraid. You're going to have to do it on your phone. Right, so I am going to take control of the box because this one's my turn to open. Yes. The box interior is a folding door, magnetised, and inside the box sits within a wooden box, and is actually inside a embossed bottom to keep it set in place with a rubberised top to keep the bottle from falling out of the top. In fact, it's got a slight groove to stop the bottle falling forward, if you look.
Ah, yes.
Yes. The bottle, comparative to other Singletons, is darker and brown as opposed to the green, and it is, much like Dave, quite thin.
Yes, that is a bit skinny.
Long, thin, broad-shouldered. Quite a thin neck, much like Dave. It's got an engraving on the bottle. Well, it's embossing on the bottle.
Got slim hips or no?
Well, it's got slight bottom.
Yeah.
Very slight. You got a slight bottom, haven't you? Yeah, not much of a chest, and well, quite flat.
I have a very vague flavour profile from the whiskey shop.
Great, we don't have much to go on here, people. But I am going to undo this bit, just so I can see if I can do it in one go. Oh, look at that.
Oh, I'm disappointed. I found it in a better box. Sorry.
Is that the greeny one? Oh, my God. No, actually, I like mine.
They got a wood box.
Yeah, they got the whole wood. So
wood.
This one, the top on this, has more detail on the foil top than it does on the actual cap, which is a plastic.
True, it's got a fish on it.
Well, that's the Singleton fish, isn't it? Yeah. I am going to... Well, actually, no, Dave's going to give us the flavour notes, actually.
Oh, hang on. I'm working on it.
I was checking the bottle for... I was using my hand, actually, and rubbing it on the bottom, and I realised that's much like Dave's. Very slight.
Here we go. Right, this is from Malt Review.
Wait, what the fuck?
We will determine. What?
Okay, it's slightly sunk in.
Oh, okay.
We'll fix that. We'll fix it.
So,
Okay.
This is from Malt Review. Colour, light mustard yellow.
Well, I can't tell from the bottle.
On the nose, the arrival has gentle aromas of Fuji apples, canned cherries, canned, not candied, and half-eaten, moderately sweet mangoes.
I mean, what's I going to have? Saliva on it? Has someone jibbed in my drink?
The sherry influence is clearly present, yet subtle. Chopped raisins and a thin blanket of spice in chili flakes and turmeric.
Okay. Turmeric implies spice, yeah.
I get an interesting tartness beneath the fruit, not quite citrusy, but more of when bananas start to become overripe.
Caramelised.
It stops developing once the fruity core settles down and only exhibits sputters of oak and diluted ginger tea.
So a bit of spice in there as well, but
So
tea.
we've got half-eaten mango, overripe banana, over-diluted tea.
Somebody's giving this way too much thought. Okay, so for those who don't know what happened, I went to twist the plastic cork, and it's kind of...
The outer plastic part of the cork has
moved.
kind of come up.
Yeah, it moved, and the rest of the cork didn't. So listen carefully. It's all right. Can you fix that, please?
I will see what I can do.
Actually, while we're doing that, hang on, before we do that, let's have a
Just
sniff.
compressing the cork.
Have a sniff, Mr. Dave. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting that half-eaten mango. That's definitely a half-eaten mango. Not 2/3 eaten, not a quarter eaten. That's a half-eaten mango.
Such a twat.
I can kind of get the banana.
Actually, yeah, that's the very first thing. Once the image is sort of in your head, it's something you pick up. Cask Cartel is a different description. Cask Cartel, I've never heard of that. Do you want to hammer it on the floor or something, or should you just leave it like that as a detail?
Might need some effort. Yeah.
All right, fine, I'll do it. It's fine.
Okay. What Cask Cartel? Okay, new tab.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
The
Nope.
issue was it was compressing the cork itself.
Yeah, I can't actually do that without a hammer, so I'm not going to bother. The cork is malfunctioned. It may need repair. All right,
in the chat
can I please have the jiggity jig jig?
Jiggity jig.
I will
the
clean
Chinese
it. I
jig.
will clean it first with a bit of water.
Am I old enough to have a 21? Yes.
I mean, you're a bit too old, mate.
Please drink responsibly. No, I won't.
All right, water has
I'm
been.
old enough. You've just verified that I'm old. Ooh, hello. That's expensive.
Close.
$470.
For what?
That.
For what I've got?
Yes.
Mother fluffer, even with inflation, it's not that bad. Right, that's one. Time for yours, Mr. David. Sorry, Dr. David.
The nose is sophisticated with layers of fruity and burnt orange notes on this one.
Okay, burnt orange.
Well, we had fruit on the last one. It was very more specific as to who it was. What it was.
I'll push on the cork edge to try and... Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. All right, I'll move that over there.
What?
Okay,
I
what's
don't
wrong?
understand.
What's wrong?
How is that a flavour?
I don't know. What is the nut flavour? Hello, Ahsoka. Hope you're well.
Tablet and fruity confectionery are
Okay.
all present on the creamy smooth palette.
Okay,
Is
right.
it a Samsung, a Sony,
Google Plus.
an iPad. Which tablet are we eating here?
Right, well, there's your drink, Mr. David. It's a little bit lighter than the last one, as you can tell. Yes. But that's obvious, because this got more... That was an island. This is a space side. Space sides aren't usually that dark unless they're wine-infused or...
What does your tasting note say? In the mouth. Many of the same flavours
Cock.
in the nose show up. There's a fairly rich, creamy profile that kind of anchors the other notes. Avocado milkshake, crushed
What?
cinnamon, dried orange slices, and lanzones, whatever they are.
Avocado blasphemy. Nah.
The tart note seems to have transformed into a slight bitterness like what I get from arugula.
That website's the tart.
It has a slightly watery texture, similar to watermelon juice mixed with sugar.
Okay.
The finish has a length in the lower end of medium. If anyone can get me a technical definition of what the lower end of medium is, that would be very much appreciated.
I'd appreciate many things,
Beginning
perhaps.
with an echo of the
adult.
creaminess, then ending with a brief jab of dry citrus.
Okay. Thank you. That was a very strange description.
I don't know who this guy is on this thing, but I'm not going to read any more of his reviews because I think he's a bit of a nut job.
Nutter.
Oh, he gave it 4 out of 10 or 3 out of 10 for the Malaysian version. Pass.
All right. Well, I still think I got a nice version. Before we go any further, we're not going to sniff it just yet. People, I'm going to put a poll in the chat. If you can guess, I'm going to put 3 exact numbers of what you think this one cost. So, what did the Singleton 21 cost? Do not cheat. We're going to go with...
Okay, I found some more on malts.com as well.
Okay.
Which is different again. Of course it is.
Okay, 3 exact numbers. By all means, answer the question if you want to. Apparently, he doesn't like avocado. Yeah, apparently. I've never didn't know it was a milkshake, and I'd rather not have it in my
Yeah.
mouth. There are things that don't belong there, and that blasphemy does not belong in my mouth.
So, according to malts.com, tasting notes. Nose. The aroma sings with sweet cherry-soaked peaches, which contrast with sharp interludes of fresh
Right,
ginger.
well, don't go any further, because I think it's time we had a smell. You ready, my friend? Oh, that's fruity.
Ginger, yes. And
Yeah.
fruit, yes.
I felt the slight burn on my nose, if that makes sense. There's a lot of fruit going on in there, though.
Yeah.
That's
I can kind of get the cherry that the person was all about.
Yeah, there's a little bitterness, but not like too sharp. No, sharp. Sorry, not bitter. Sharp.
But yes, the slightly overripe banana and the half-eaten mango.
I have no idea where that's come
No.
from. That's pulled out of someone's rectum, mate. Well, is it time for a sip, my friend?
Could well be.
Right, we'll look at the tasting notes afterwards. Cheers, my friend. Shit. Right, hang on, I'm behind him. Fuck it. He's doing 21 seconds, okay? Sniff the mic. Oh. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Boom.
Drying my mouth out.
Yeah, I noticed that with the Meg sip I had. Right,
Okay, so you know when you burn your tongue and you get that weird metallic taste?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. It's
Yeah.
got that feel of
Yeah.
cloy.
Yeah. Very dry. But it's a dryness I associate with certain wines.
Maybe that's coming from the sherry? Maybe?
I don't
Might
know.
be the
No,
oak. Might be
yeah,
the
it
oak.
might be the oak. I don't know much about sherry, so it could be slightly charred. It's dry. It's drying the mouth out.
Don't agree with those ones. Body. Deliciously rich harmony is full of bramble fruits.
I don't know.
Notes of
Oh,
treacle
hang on.
toffee and burnt orange.
Bramble's
because
like
of the
raspberry
balance.
blackberry, isn't it?
True.
Yeah, raspberry blackberry. That would explain a lot with the fruitiness, actually. Okay, I'm going to end the poll, by the way, on 7 votes, because I can't be asked. You are 57% wrong. It was 150. Again, I did say I was going to do a madness, and I'm a man of my word. So, I think that
She really is having a meltdown, isn't she?
Who is?
Yes.
Sorry. When you have like a drink of it, it's very mellow. Very sort of... It's dry. The spice is there, but it's sort of a light warmth on the back. It's got a nice... It rolls on the tongue. It doesn't really... It doesn't seem to want to pop. But it's so smooth like a Singleton. It's just...
Yeah, it's very smooth. It's definitely better to just sip a
Yeah,
bit
because
than
I have
just
to sip it, because otherwise I will just drink it.
Yeah.
To me, that is a dangerous drink. It might well be the one we do. Not sure yet. We'll see. It's either that or one of the other ones. Hey, it could be the one. You never know.
What's she on about now? Why is she complaining?
Still bargain at 150. Gan, I agree. Stop it, David. It's worse when you do it. Well, you heard her, lady.
Excellent. You've signed up for all the pain, Leona.
Public service announcement. The views of Dave reflect the views of Meg. Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah. Very well. Drinking a little bottle of tonic, reasonably priced at 50 cents a bottle, and now for a bit of magic, I shall make its contents disappear. Like the extra.
Abracadabra.
I assume you'll also make one of the S's disappear and replace it with a P. No, I'm kidding. I'm not much for dick. It's all good. Now, this is really... I'm not much for dick. Yeah, you're right. Half-eaten mango was pulled out of someone's rectum. That's a unique flavour. It's called the risky chew.
Not in your copy.
Yeah. My tasting notes in that book are going to have that. When we joined the Whiskey Club membership, we got a book which has tasting notes, segments we can put in. We can certainly revisit it and go with
We
that.
can write, some idiot thought it tasted like a half-eaten mango and an overripe banana. Also, avocado on whatever
Yes,
milkshake.
overripe banana is just caramelized banana.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I feel violated. You should drink a really expensive whiskey.
Zati. Yes,
You
Zati to you too, Walvin. Zati to you too.
Mzati.
Yeah.
Mzati.
New name, Judge Mzati.
Mzati. It's like it's a metal band name. That she's M Shadows is M something else.
You got MC Shadow and MC, well,
No, it's
MC Shade
it's
and MC Zar.
Yeah. It's M Shadows in Avenged Sevenfold, but MC Zarty for MC Hammer, perhaps. Yeah. Or maybe the rival to McDonald's, McZarty's, a big Zart.
Like a big Zart, a triple Zart, a quarter Zart.
Okay, we're back on the whiskey. What are your thoughts as you drink? Well, you've nearly finished. As you go through your drink, what are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, I was meant to think about it, wasn't it?
Oh, it would help.
I was just drinking.
So was I, to be fair. I'm finding it very, very smooth.
Wouldn't recommend the holding in your mouth because that dried it out like anything.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I could tell the moment you went, yeah.
It's like
That was, but that's typical of like fruits. I find a lot of them do dry. Like a lot of them do that.
Citrus does.
There is some citrus in some of the tasting notes. It makes some sense.
I don't think there's any chocolate in it.
Overripe banana is gross. You're okay to have a wrong opinion.
I don't like bananas.
I'm sorry, you don't like. I like banana.
No, I don't like.
Or as my niece calls it, nani. A banani.
Nini and nani, you know.
A banani. That's what she calls it. A banani. I prefer nani bread.
That's a nani bread with a nice tikka masala, or not, as the case may be in Meg's takeaway order.
And there was still some grease at the bottom. I was going to scrape that with it. Okay. I still ate the bread anyway. It was fine.
Meg may have failed with his Indian order the other night.
Ignore that. We'll get to that in a moment, actually. Cat Fair asked in the chat, one of the ones you tried so far, which do you prefer? So,
What do you mean by so far? Like ever or tonight?
I think tonight might be the context. You're right to say ever, because then that just opens up a can of whoop ass. We will end up having brain
Have you got 10 minutes or 40 hours?
Thing is, Dave does not have the latter, so you're going to have to settle for the former. And I will fall asleep at some point. So, in the context of, it depends on what you want. Because I think if you're just drinking, based on what happened with the Singleton, I think that's the drinker. If you want to, although you want to sip it really, because you get more out of it, because there's a lot more to it. But I think if you weren't told what it was,
tonight. Okay,
yeah, if you weren't told what it was, and you just sat there drinking it, you just think it was a Singleton. But if you're told it's the 21,
I would say the Jura you can tell is older.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you can tell this one is a 21-year-old.
No, I think the only way to be certain that there is a distinct difference is if we went back and revisited the 15 and the 18, or neither of us had the 18. I've got the 18, but we haven't had it. But if we went to the 18 and then the 21, we can sort of have that sort of natural understanding. Jura is a very obvious one because we've done lots of Jura in the past.
Singleton is one of those ones where if someone came around to your house and you gave them 2 or 3 glasses of this, I think they'd be incredibly surprised if you told them it was £150 a bottle.
No nuttiness, just very fruity.
Whereas I think after a couple of sips of Jura, they'd be like, what is this? This is good.
Jura is one of those ones where you will sit there and you'll be immediately, not necessarily challenged, but you'll just be like, oh, whoa, let's go. I like this. It is a fascinating whiskey because you just want to work it out. This, you can work it out quite quickly, but in a good way, because it's really fruity. But not like, oh, you're fucking fruit. No, in a sense of, it's light, it's a bit dry, yes, but we could absolutely get fucked on it, quite frankly. And neither of that, actually, what are the percentages on these whiskies, by the way?
The Jura is 46.
The Jura is 46 point something. Okay, that helps.
46.7.
Okay, that's fairly strong. Well, not for a Jura, it's not bad. Singleton would be probably like 43, 40, 43. Not
7 wood for comparison is 42.
Yeah, it's fairly strong for a Jura then. It's at the bottom of it.
I know, I've got to turn it so I can see it in light.
Oh, right.
43.
Yeah, it's definitely lighter. You can tell. I know that 3% doesn't sound like much, but in reality, it actually is. I think that.
See, now I'm kind of intrigued to try this one.
Do you want to do that now? A little sniff?
54%. I'm intrigued to see what that one's like compared to the 21.
Okay, so would you like to do it?
If you're happy to do it.
All right. So for the context here, I have a 20 cl bottle of the 2022 special release Singleton, which is a red wine. It's a wine one, isn't it? A wine cask finish at the bottom of the bottle in the red.
I know, I've got to get there. Secondary maturation in wine casks.
Right, it's a wine cask finish. So it's red wine, no doubt. It is a cask strength
It's
Singleton.
Ruby Solstice, so I'm guessing so.
Right, it's cask strength, which means it's 55.8%, I think.
54.2.
My mistake, I confused it with the 17.
Yeah, red wine.
54% mean cask strength means that it is taken out of the cask, and then it goes, other than filtration, other than minor filtering of particles, it goes straight into the bottles. That's it. Whereas normally it's distilled to get it down to a more standard number of in the early 40s.
Early 40s,
Yeah,
41,
early to mid,
42,
depending on what the line is.
40 exactly, depending on what
Yeah,
you're saying.
Islay usually sits a bit higher because it's Islay. It's normally stronger. But yeah,
45, 46 is probably.
I will happily do a single with you of that as well if you want.
I just think it'll be really interesting to compare.
So it'll be a very interesting comparison, and we can certainly use it to finish the stream off because I don't want to go too much longer.
No, we have aliens to kill.
I do, you mean?
Yes.
I'm on the black site next, am I not?
Yes, you are. Yes, you've got blacks. I've killed all the robots. You get to kill the aliens.
Yeah, you had certainly a lot of fun with those, didn't you? Do that and that. I put water in my glass. It is nice and clean. Are you ready? It's a very easy drink, isn't it?
I may have just shot a little bit.
I did.
It went down quite well.
I did, and I didn't get a burn. I didn't get. The thing is, the only thing I noticed when I shot my bit was a Dave sip was that it came across very, still incredibly light and very smooth and warm.
Yeah.
But welcoming warm, not
burny. Warm.
Yeah, there was no burn at all, which is very important because if it burns going down, it depends on the shots you're doing. Johnny Walker Black burns a bit, to be honest, but that's meant to burn, to be honest.
See, I think that's the thing though. Like, I didn't feel like I would shot the Jura, but I felt like I could shot that.
I can definitely shoot that. I will not shoot that. I think the Jura 21 is better than the Singleton as far as sipping goes, but the Singleton is misleading because it just sort of it could easily you can tell it's right. So this is something you have to point out. There is a definite quality in both. They're both 21. You can tell, like you can just tell their quality is very high.
Well, until we try that one, we might rephrase that in a moment.
I've been proven wrong already once. I'd like to not again. So consider it cemented in gold standard and all that.
Yes, the tablet is out with carved in stone.
Yes, of course. Okay, do you want to open that or shall I?
So I feel like as it's a Singleton, it should probably be you. I shall read from the bottle and you can do the opening.
Very well. Read away.
So this is Singleton 15, 2022 special release, Diageo special release, 15-year-old Glen Ord. The Enchantress of the Ruby Solstice. As a legend goes, a bewitching enchantress once lived deep within the emerald caverns of the River Ord. Powerful and beguiling, she could make the water dance at her command. Every solstice, she would fix her diamond-bright gaze on the river and weave its currents into rich and indulgent ruby-red wine. As they flowed through Singleton's water source, these charmed currents imparted a luscious and alluring character as spellbinding as the ritual of the ruby solstice. Though the Singleton is best known for its lush and honeyed flavours, this rare expression mesmerises with a sumptuous character, unusually dark and refined through 8 years in wine casks. The glass gleams with glimpses of deep amber. Aromas of red wine, oak spice, and fruits create an equal allure, while barley sugar sweetness balanced by salt and crisp gooseberry sings with velvet.
Very good.
Ultra smooth.
Well, Singleton's come on.
Smooth.
Come on. The Singleton 21. We did the Singleton 17 at yours, and that was smooth as well.
Yes.
That was very easy to drink.
So ultra smooth. The palate seduces with a final peppery note, like a bewitching kiss of silken spice.
Perfect. Take the top. There you go.
Thanks,
Right, this bottle was much smaller, so the cork won't sound as good. So
I hope you got that, folks.
I'll go again. That cork is a bit wet.
That is a tiny cork.
It's a bit.
Yes, it's It's very damp.
Right, well,
Much like Leona.
well then.
Towel required.
Okay, put that on. That's a bit. It doesn't look darker.
No,
Cask strength usually is a bit darker, isn't it?
it is.
Do a little bit less. Get that cap on there, my friend.
We are capped. We are capped.
We probably all get capped if we carry on saying things like that. We've been looking forward to this, by the way, because we've been.
You.
I've been wanting to drink this Singleton 15 for a while, and I intend to finish this bottle at some point with Mr. Dave.
I mean, I feel like that one could be done this week. Probably.
Probably, yes. Well, we got other things though, haven't we?
Hello, Yempy.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no-no swear. Very well. Let us get our drinks flavours out there. This will be a fairly.
I don't have to try. We all know this.
This won't be a very long part.
What I have to do is tell you that all my DVDs are alphabetized and you're already naked.
I feel like this isn't much of a whiskey discussion.
Anyway, back to the stream.
Yes, Singleton 15, everyone. Aged. It's a limited edition. The 20cl bottle. I have a full-size bottle which does not fit in my cabinet at all.
F
Great.
for the cabinet.
It annoys me.
What we've discovered from this weekend is that we both need new whiskey cabinets. Yours needs to be taller. Mine needs to fit more bottles of whiskey.
Might just make a bar. Bar in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, that's annoying me. That pisses me off. That's so irritating.
Is that better?
It's not that. It's just. Could you tell? Just tell me? Right. Cask strength is brutally strong. This is 54.2%. That's strong for a whiskey. But I couldn't smell that. That smelled like a Singleton.
I can smell it a little bit.
It smelled like
mostly kind of smell
fruit
and wine.
Yeah. It smells like a really. I'm just gonna have to do this. All right, ready? 15 seconds, everyone.
Yeah.
Countdown from 3, 2, 1. I'm right. That's naughty.
That is. Oh.
That's so smooth.
That is so smooth.
Oh, that's so. We'd get shit faced on. We get shit faced on this.
I feel like that's going to become the new Talisker bottle, isn't it? The small Talisker bottle.
No.
Good night, Irene. Sorry. Good night, Maureen.
I was right the moment I smelt that.
Oh, that is.
It's such a Singleton.
I'm sorry, but that is better than that. Sorry to ruin your madness, but that is better than that.
Such a cunt. It is very nice. I do like that because it's softer. This leaves a bit more of a burn on the tongue, but I do think.
I love the flavours in it.
Oh yeah, but then that's the Diageo release. Of course, they're better.
Yeah, you can get the fruit, you can
Problem
get the honey, you can get the wine.
Thing is, it's Diageo release. That's why it's better. It's a cask strength. That's probably cask. Well, you want to get 20cl as well, or full size?
Let's put it this way: if Pandora don't take my money, I'm getting a full size.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
that was terrible. There we go.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. That is actually really nice, and it annoys me. But it is. The problem is, if they released a 15 that tasted like this standard, I would drink that all the time. A standard 15 like this would be bonkers, wouldn't it? So just to understand this, right? Pause while we have a dog removed from my room. Be back in a minute. Right, we are back. Sorry about that, everyone.
Dog has been relieved.
If they did a standard Singleton 15 that tasted like this, right, it would be the most popular Singleton. The cask strength. What makes cask strength so important isn't the strength of the alcohol. It's the fact that all the flavors are enhanced.
Such a Singleton 15. That's the second result.
It was on my list, to be honest. But yeah, it is absolutely delicious. And yeah, I think Dave and I are going to finish this bottle at some point.
I might have to, Google.
I think I got it from Bottle Club. I think. Yeah. TCM wouldn't be a bad shout. But yes, I think what we're going to do, we've got a party crasher. Yes, Wizzy, we had to go downstairs. Coming to
Whisky Exchange.
Whisky Exchange have it? That's only slightly more than what I paid.
Not bad.
Yeah, slightly more.
We'll
I got this from
back burner.
I got this from one of their sites as well. And I'm so happy that I got the 20CL and then bought the 70, because now I know I like it and I'm happy because this is something worth enjoying. If you have any questions, by the way, about...
Don't lie, Wildling, you're that easy. Literally, we have to give you a cookie.
Oh, right.
That's it.
For the sake of this, with what is this one? It is the Singleton 15 Natural Cask Strength Glen Ord, O-R-D. It is a limited edition. Are you a picture on the server or something?
Photo coming to the galley on the server. Those of you there.
Yeah, if you're on my Discord server, this is the 20CL bottle, so it's a very small bottle. Mr. Dave Bay and I are doing single. Perfect. No, we're good. Not in a reflection. You're fine. The angle's not right. Yes, you will like the bottle design. It has a beautiful purple-skinned freak on it.
Yes, Leona will like that for the Wendigo nest.
Yes, although not quite that. But yes, it is quite nice. And he is right. If you're going to go like between the cask strength fruitiness of this one compared to the 21, this is enhanced flavour. It is quite... Yeah, the only issue is, if you drink only this one, the cask strength, you're going to get shit-faced very quickly.
Ooh, all of the quickly.
Yes, as opposed to the 21, where you could sit there and drink a fair amount of it before you realise. Because it's so smooth, you probably won't realise you're shit-faced.
Wait, does she want a link for the whiskey?
Probably, yeah.
Hang on, I'm working on it.
She won't be able to buy it. Won't be able to get it in her state.
No, this is probably true, but that's her problem.
But it is absolutely delicious, and I'm very happy that I have Dave is David. Yes, Dave is David.
Hello.
Doxed.
I have been doxed. My name that has been out there all the time has now been revealed.
Yeah, yes.
I am in fact David. Yes.
Yeah, who would have believed it?
Shocking.
Yes, it's quite the surprise. I think that of the 221s, depending on the circumstance, the Jura is probably where I would lean, solely because there's more to it. But if I wanted to sit there and just have a casual drink...
Please find link in your porn. I mean, your DMs.
With feet. You'll find, though, with the 21 Singleton...
Wait. That's a good point. This is valid research. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So if you're just having a nice casual drink with people, the 21 is what I'd say. If you're having a drink where you want to sit down and have a talk, and work things out, no.
Oh, okay.
So you just want to, you want to have a bit of a tasting session. The 21 Jura is definitely where it's at, solely because there's more going on, and it's more complicated. It's more spice. It's a bit more spice to it. Whereas with Singleton, and it is definitely dropper. Yeah. Whereas with Singleton, you're having something very smooth. It's space side. Space sides are renowned for being smooth. The best example is one of Dave's favourites, Glenlivet.
Hello.
Smooth, isn't it?
Yes.
Insanely smooth.
All the caramel.
Exactly.
I'm not opening that.
Oh, and
what? It's literally the whiskey exchange.
And I would say, for the sake of it, because of how smooth it is.
Ooh.
Bosh. Carry on. Yes, very well. Okay, do a swig. Do a swig.
What, as in a shot or?
No, just do a swig.
Yeah, I've just had a little.
That was cold. Do you know what I mean? Like didn't warm me up.
Yeah, no heat in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. We did one of these for those. Just honestly, I get you, Michael. The thing with this Singleton is, we did one of these size bottles of Talisker for my sister's wedding, along with a load of Johnny Walker and Hay Club Orange and a shitload of Bunnahabhain.
Yeah. And something else, I think.
Imagine we'd switched the Talisker for that. Oh
dear.
Your bed would have never been pumped up.
No.
It
I'd
would
have
have-
got there and be like, what am I meant to do? You'd be
You
like,
just-
I don't know.
you
You
just-
just like,
no.
I'll just fall here.
You just wrap yourself up and it'd be Dave the burrito. The rubber
Yeah.
burrito.
Just open the sleeping bag and just roll.
Yeah. Cheers, buddy. Oh, that is
You say
actually...
cheers, buddy. I think I've ruined the 21 for you to a degree.
No. I think because of how smooth it is, it's perfect. And I think it's a really nice whiskey.
Oh yeah, it is a nice whiskey.
It sparks a fantastic debate about what qualities we look for in whiskies. We would probably both lean towards Jura because what we like with impact. But I will admit, if I want something smooth, that is definitely up there now. But when it comes to finding the flavors, the 15, the cask strength, it's all enhanced flavor. It's just brutal. Well, not brutal, but it's dangerous because of its smoothness.
It's brutal purely from the fact that you don't know it's brutal.
Yeah, exactly.
You would just drink it, and you would drink it, and then you'd be like on the floor.
Yeah, that means it's all your fault, Leona, just saying. Based on your comment. It's just as I drink more of this...
Sorry, there's a Cthulhu in the way. I can't see all the time.
It's her fault that she's here, basically.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, she's a glutton for punishment.
What is wrong with you? Yes.
Yes. I'm going to do the one thing I probably shouldn't do, but
Dr. Dave has declared.
I have to do it because I need to know.
Right, everyone, it's going down the hatch.
Chin chin.
Meg has down. Meg has made a face.
I would be well and truly wrecked on that if I did like 5, 6 shots. I did like a half dozen shots.
If you Johnny Walker blacked it, you'd be blacking out.
I'd be fucked. I'd be double blacked. Do it. You promise you won't even note it. You just...
Oh, dear.
It's insanely smooth. Right?
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's dangerous. Oh, come on.
Well.
Oh, this is not... Oh, no. That's...
Well.
Okay, so for you to understand what we're saying here is... It's too smooth. That's car strength.
It's 50... What?
4.2?
4.2?
54.2, yeah. It's cask strength.
Yeah, 54.2%, and that's going down almost like it's a pen
I have a cask strength maker's mark in the behind it. That's 55. I promise you, that does not go down anywhere near as easy. That is an actual challenge. That's the kind of thing that in that kind of if you're Leona, it brings out a gag reflex. it makes you choke. It makes you almost gargle a little. Whereas that just went right down. That is actually bonkers.
That is... yeah.
Take that back. Cheers, buddy. All right, well, there's that. I'll clean that all tomorrow. We'll put that over there as well. Very good. Is there anything you'd like to say about those whiskies to finish? Just out of curiosity.
I want more of that 15.
We can have more. I've got you, player. Don't you worry. If you have a drink tomorrow, you with me tomorrow, you have another glass of that, buddy.
Is it bad? Like, I want to see... No. Yes, it is bad.
You want to see what?
Well, it's like some hot chocolate.
Please don't.
No.
We got Kendallman for that, mate.
True.
I want to have some Tiffin as well.
Yeah.
Very
no
good.
bottle of Kendallman to destroy.
Meg is having a crisis over the fact it's Santana in a bottle. It is actually so smooth. Yes. I know the riff actually. Yeah, I was trying to think of the lyrics. I couldn't actually remember them. I thought it was like smooth like the ocean.
She's all about choking.
Ah, yeah, she does. That's not surprising. She's a bit of a... She's into sadomasochism. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She also tried autoerotic asphyxiation. Anyway, of the three we've tried, I would say definitely for the 221s, they serve very different purposes, but they are definitely 21s. I find that because of the smoothness of the Singleton, it is dangerous. The complexity of the Jura and the darkness. Oh, it's the darkness. It definitely has something to it that really is more... It's enticing. And as far as purchases go, I'm actually really happy to get those.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking forward to us drinking more of those. Because I don't drink those on my own. Those are the ones I share, you know?
Yeah. You feel a bit wrong drinking one on your own. I
Yeah,
think.
that's why I have streaming whiskies. That's Maker's Mark and Tin Cup and Hague Club or something, you know. Next on the agenda will be Macallan, then A Night on Earth, and Dalmore Cigar Malt.
The cigar
Now,
malt, yes.
this stream might well happen on Saturday if we do agree and we are able to do
We
it.
have Friday is possible as well.
Stream with Trups.
Oh, true, yeah. That one, yeah.
So if we do another Cthulhukin and Friends show stream, it will be on Saturday.
We might have to tone down our steak whiskey, though, because if you imagine if we
No,
select
there'll be
down
no-
the steak,
Well, if we do that, we won't be able to drink that with it. We need
Yeah.
to save it for the stream. It will be just be what's on the steak, perhaps. Yeah. That'll probably be select, though, just because I think it's simpler. Because the law, we can save it, can't we?
yeah.
You know? We discussed this afterwards without you all here to hear us bickering and what.
Bickering over our meat and our.
I'm also difficult with
complementing,
cider as well.
Hydration. Oh yeah,
We have my dad for my birthday. I'm just going to end with this. Gave me and Dave, so naturally it's a great gift for just me, a bottle of whiskey casked cider
Is whiskey spelled correctly?
from a cidery in Napton, which I believe is in Wales.
Pass. It says Napton Cidery Craft Cider. Doesn't
Yeah,
say where.
Napton Cidery. So it's in Wales.
Oh.
I know that. Go on.
Limited edition oak aged cider made slowly using wild yeasts and natural sugars, a blend of Kingston black apples from a 300-year-old traditional orchard, matured in single malt whiskey casks from Auchentoshan.
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 Oh, we like a lowland. We do like
Do
Auchentoshan.
you like an Auchentoshan?
We have a very soft spot. Actually, an Auchentoshan will become a stream whiskey in a few months' time. American Oak. I have 2 bottles. Bosh. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If Dave has anything he'd like to say it now.
Dave prefers a 15-year-old to a 20